This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Artist claims he never tested positive for COVID-19 in Ghana. As news of his arrest in Ghana continued to circulate on social media, King of the Dancehall Beenie Man has sought to clear his name once and for all. Ghanaian media reported on Monday that the DJ was detained for flaunting COVID-19 quarantine protocols after testing positive for the virus upon arrival at the Kotoka International Airport on December 19. According to City News, Beenie Man was sent into mandatory quarantine at the AH Hotel in East Legon by health officials, but the artist left the premises to perform at the Beam concert on December 21. However, in a post to his official Instagram account on Tuesday, the entertainer pulled out his receipts as he showed that tests taken before he visited the African country proved he was COVID-free. He showed off several photos of documents bearing his name which stated that he tested negative for COVID-19. The photos were accompanied by a caption that said that while the news was funny to him at first, it has blossomed into a more serious matter, one warranting his attention. This was funny when it just started because it was unbelievable, but now it's becoming serious. The people who are spreading these lies stop. Me no joke with coronavirus because it stopped me work. It stopped me bread for me family. How me fi in a Ghana a run from Ghanaian authorities? Stop it, man, the caption read. Along with the pictures of his negative COVID results, there was a statement from the entertainer highlighting the seriousness of the deadly coronavirus. Beenie Man shared that as a carrier of sickle cell disease, I understand the importance of protocols set out to help stop the spread of the virus. I know the importance of protecting myself, my family, my team, and the people I interact with, the statement continued. The document also detailed the vigorous testing schedule the entertainer underwent prior to his arrival in Ghana. He revealed that in addition to a test that was done at the Heathrow Airport in London, he had to do another test 24 hours before arriving in Ghana. He said another test was done 3 days later, all of which bore the same negative result. The entertainer ended his statement by pointing out that the COVID is still a present force globally and shared that he will continue to follow the necessary protocols to stop the spread of the virus and encourage others to do the same. Prisoner bemoans not seeing his children for 2 years. Christmas Day for the second consecutive year was disheartening and filled with regret for Josh Gray, a prisoner at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center in Kingston. Gray, who called the news on Christmas Eve directly from his cell phone inside the institution, popularly known as the General Penitentiary, complained that for the second time around he, along with other prisoners, was not allowed a visit by their children owing to restrictions and rules introduced after the onset of COVID-19. Nothing now go on for Christmas. From me see me kids them in December 2019. Me not see them again. I'm not going to lie. Me get to speak to them, but me would have loved to see me kids them. Fi hold them in a me hand and make them know say daddy's still there. The father of 3 children, 2 daughters and a son told the news. He continued, a lot of inmates, including myself, are asking to let us see our family, even our kids for Christmas, but no one is talking to us. We even asked for visits like getting Christmas dinner or something like that, and nothing. At 2 years now we no get no food visit, and all we beg them is a food visit or make we see we kids them. With the passing of Christmas, Gray is begging the relevant authorities to allow visits for the new year, even if it requires the prisoners, their children, and other visitors being fully vaccinated and tested negative for COVID-19. Even right now, inmates want get vaccinated, and all know nobody no come to say them are gonna make we get vaccinated or whatever, so we can see with family. Nobody now tell we nothing. If a vaccine we fit take, fi see with family them. Inmates willing to take the vaccine, but nobody now tell we nothing. We left right out on everything, Gray told the news. Gray also complained that the authorities at the facility who should be investigating the grievances are not listening to them. If we go over the overseer office or so, the overseer them not even talk to we. Basically, we get left out of the world, like nobody no member we, he said. Gray also told the news that one of the major problems the prisoners now face is obtaining supplies from the tuck shop. He said there was a need for sweeping changes at the correctional facility. The tuck shop, if you put the money on the card, it take like 3 months before the money come, he complained. If you go to them about the problem, them a tell you say them not responsible for that. Are the bigger heads responsible for that? But the bigger heads now come to we. We not see the bigger heads, he added. Gray said the inmates could not access items for proper sanitation on a timely basis from the tuck shop, even after those products were paid for by their relatives. You not get no bleach, you not get no disinfectant, you not get none of them something there. Them stuff there where you would have to buy at the tuck shop, you know, and even if your family put the money, you not get it till 3 months' time, he said. He said sometimes the inmates are fed with 2 slices of bread with a mackerel gravy and a cup of tea for breakfast. Gray vowed that he would not return to prison after he is released. When me do get my free from right here so, me nah nothing to do with nothing with the law. If a church me have to go, me a go to church, because me a try my best not come back at them place here, he said. He argued that the institution was not geared towards rehabilitating inmates. The institution turned you in a monster. When the news contacted Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of National Security, Matthew Samuda, for a comment regarding the situation, he indicated that he could not comment at this time. Please note that the name has been changed to protect the inmate's identity. Squatting Trelawney cattle farmers hurting SCJ's land leasing plans. Nigel Murray, Secretary-Manager of the All-Ireland Cane Farmers Association, who is managing some 3,600 acres of former sugarcane producing lands in Trelawney on behalf of the Sugar Company of Jamaica, is hopping mad that some 1,500 acres of the property have been taken over by cattle farmers who are refusing to enter into a lease arrangement. According to Murray, the intransigent cattle farmers are having a negative impact on the bid to formalize the use of land, and in so doing are creating a shortfall of millions of dollars in projected revenue. The refusal of these farmers have resulted in a shortfall of $7.5 million in revenue from lease arrangements for SCJ, said Murray, who told the news that he has reached the end of his tether in trying to get the farmers to formalize their occupancy. These farmers have refused to pay any lease for the land. In one case, a farmer is occupying 100 acres without paying a dime for lease, Murray told the news. According to Murray, the cattle farmers are not making efficient use of the lands and are also hampering development as it relates to improving the lands for better cattle farming. I arranged with Jamaica Dairy Development Board to introduce various varieties of grass for the farmers to make efficient use of the land. The officers from Jamaica Dairy Development Board cannot go forward because the squatters cannot produce any legitimate papers to show occupancy, said Murray. With the legitimate farmers and the AICFA in a state of readiness to move forward in utilizing the lands according to plan, Murray said the situation with the cattle farmers, who seemingly want to remain as mere squatters, is untenable and will not be allowed to continue. Notices are being prepared to serve on these squatters. They must formalize their occupancy of the land or come off. If it means taking them to court, then we will do so, said Murray. The lands which were formerly used to produce sugarcane for the now defunct Long Pond Sugar Factory in Clarkstown, also in Trelawney, were handed over to the SCJ by the government to facilitate both small farming and housing development. Some of the farmers who are in a formalized lease arrangement with the SCJ have been doing quite well, producing a variety of crops for both the local and the export markets. I am proud to tell you that there are farmers planting a variety of crops to include sweet potato and Scotch bonnet pepper. They are helping to satisfy a need in both the local and the export market, said Murray. 5 years ago, Jamaica exported 1,257,000 kilograms of sweet potato, and hot pepper remains one of Jamaica's most promising non-traditional export crops, he added. 161 new cases of COVID-19, no death recorded. Jamaica has recorded 161 additional cases of COVID-19, with ages ranging from 25 days to 78 years, pushing the total to 92,950. Of the new infections, 63 are men and 97 are women. The parish breakdown is as follows: St. James 73, Kingston and St. Andrew 36, St. Anne 17, St. Catherine 10, Hanover 9, Westmoreland 6, St. Mary 6, Trelawney 2, Portland 1, St. Thomas 1, Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth recorded no new cases. A total of 1,202 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 14.6%. Meanwhile, no new death was recorded, keeping the tally at 2,464. However, one more case has been recorded as a coincidental death, moving the tally to 350. In the meantime, there were 50 more recoveries, increasing the total to 65,332. Some 86 persons are in hospital, with 18 being moderately ill, 16 severely ill, and 4 critically ill. 2 persons are in government quarantine, while 20,934 are at home. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.